Most researchers don't want to talk about the paranormal side of Sasquatch, and I totally get it. Most researchers think this is a flesh and blood creature. I too like to think this way because I see too much physical evidence than I do anything that falls into the category that we know as the woo. But there are times when you will encounter the unusual side of things. Whether it's lights or orbs or hearing strange ghostly speech that you can't explain where it's coming from. I have seen some strange stuff over the years, and I'm not shy about sharing or talking about it. Now, I can't say that the things I've witnessed was ever connected to Sasquatch, but they did happen. So I was listening to Sasquatch Chronicles the other night, and Wes had a very interesting show. It had a weird twist to it, though. A lot of talk about demons. So it got me thinking. The subject of demons has always been something that I could never really get away from. Before I became a Christian, I lived a different life when I was younger that opened me up to a much darker world. A world where I saw pure evil. That world is very real. I won't go into details of what I went through unless you guys really want to hear about it. But that paranormal world can have a lasting effect on you. So the question of wondering if Sasquatch could be a demon of some form has crossed my mind from time to time. So I've been wondering, what if everything we think we know about Sasquatch is wrong? And everything we think is wrong with Sasquatch could hold a little truth. Now, I still think that this creature is flesh and blood, and that if anything ever goes wrong on one of my camping trips, that a 12 gauge with slugs may be more helpful than grabbing a bottle of holy water. But to be a better researcher, you should keep an open mind to all possibilities. Even if it takes you into an area that makes you feel a little uncomfortable. You should look at all aspects of the case, not just what you want to hear. Now, I have witnessed seeing odd lights in the woods. I've seen explosions of light. I've never seen an actual orb yet, but I have seen other light phenomenons. I have heard strange voices. And there's an area in one of my research areas of Sasquatch Alley that I have nicknamed the realm of the Laughing Lady of the Woods, because there's been 3 different occasions where I've been camping in this area, and I swear I heard women laughing, even though there was no women anywhere around us. But we heard a woman laughing. And it's only been in this one general area of Sasquatch Alley. And I don't know what to think about that. I don't know if it's a Sasquatch mimicking a woman laughing, or if it's some paranormal thing going on out there. But there are some weird things that occasionally happen out there. Now, I can't connect all these strange things with Sasquatch because I didn't see a Sasquatch, turn into a ball of light or anything like that. But I can't just ignore the weird side of things. I mean, these things do happen from time to time, and you gotta wonder, what is it? Why is this happening? And is there a connection? Now, I have experienced demonic activity before. If you guys have ever seen the movie Paranormal Activity, the first one, the original one, I've experienced stuff like that, and it can be quite terrifying. And the feeling that you feel when there's a demonic presence around you, it's a feeling that you never forget. So when you think about the possibility of a Sasquatch being some form of a demon, I have never felt that type of feeling when I've been out in the woods. Even when we've experienced hearing the wood knocks and the screams and stuff like that, I have never got the feeling that my soul was in danger, or that there was something dark and evil and demonic about it. But the only feeling I was feeling was excitement and being a little, I'll admit it, being a little scared at times. But not because it was, I was thinking it was a demon. I was thinking of it as being like a wild animal. And, it feels the same way as if when a bear comes into your camp and it like sniffs your tent and stuff like that. It's the same kind of rush. But I've never felt anything evil or demonic from experiencing Sasquatch activity. So, but I don't want to say that it's not demonic. But I can't also say it's flesh and blood, because I really don't know. And that's where I think when you're researching, you should keep an open mind and not ignore certain details because that doesn't fit your idea of what Sasquatch is. You should take in everything that you're experiencing, every detail, and try to come up with a reasonable explanation for these things. I just strongly recommend not just writing off certain things just because either you haven't experienced it or that you think that maybe, well, this is really paranormal, so Bigfoot must be something like this. I think we should just keep an open mind and not jump the gun on our conclusion of what Sasquatch is, at least not yet. So I'm going to end this video with an audio clip of something I just recently heard. And when I heard it, it actually made me stop and ponder things a little differently. I've never even wrapped my brain around an idea like this, but I found it interesting. I can't remember who the individual was that is speaking, but what he said was intriguing, and just wanted you guys to hear it. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.
In just under 1 minute, I'm going to show you how the supernatural is actually very natural. A lot of people believe it's impossible to move something without touching it. Yet the moon moves water on Earth while it's 238,000 miles away from it. That's called high tide and low tide. A lot of people believe that shape-shifting, being able to shift your physical form, is impossible. Yet a caterpillar naturally turns into a butterfly. A lot of people believe that it's impossible to detect upcoming weather without high technology. Yet birds do it all the time, and so do many other animals. So the fact is that all of these things are very natural. The only thing that will limit us from reaching our limitless capability is our belief that something is impossible. The truth is, nothing is impossible.